Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your main man, your DJ Shunkudo753 with the two beautiful models of BTMX, the woman empowered Valkyries of BTMX. I'm doing it a little bit different than what DJ Shadow does it, because we all know me and him are totally two different people, and I like to hype this shit the fuck up when I get this shit started, so you guys already know how this rolls. We're gonna turn it over to these beautiful, fine, lovely ladies right here, and let these women actually empower you and actually make you see life in a different way and a different perspective, and let them tell you their stories and that, and tell you how their life is. I'm gonna turn it right over to these beautiful, lovely ladies now.
Hello, this is Jessica Beckel with Miss Corialice on the Valkyrie Show for BTMX. How are you doing today, gorgeous?
Doing fabulous.
So we're here to talk about more of the female point of view on musicians and to listen to this beautiful lady's real life shit. um, I know she's got amazing music. I've got some sneak peeks onto the side. Um, so, do you want to kind of explain to everyone that has not heard your music, or explain how your music is, as in vibe, feel, or like the type of music you like to produce, if that makes sense?
Yeah. All right. Well, I have a naturally bluesy voice, but I am determined for rock. So it's kind of like a heavy alternative bluesy rock. It's like a bunch of subgenres in one right now because we're starting out and I am determined to stray from patterns. So we're rock. It's gonna be rock, but it's gonna be different as we go. We'll start. We got some bluesy, we got some slow, we got some almost like Motown dance vibes going. I say me and my musicians are a little all over the place, and that's how we're gonna try to keep it like chaotic central. So you know what you're looking up when you look us up, but there's still plenty of variety.
So
So
you pretty much have your own unique style, like already pinpointed out, because that's a lot of genres to kind of mesh together. Now, is that like hard? Like, do you like pull your hair out at some moments? Because that's a like because your voice is naturally like that. I mean, that part's got to be easy, but with all the instruments and everything else, how does that
crazy
all?
enough, it's I just had my first actual band practice yesterday, and we did like two songs within 20 minutes that didn't have any instrumental to them. It's just a flow. It is not hard at all right now. There's stressful moments because there's a million things to do, but when it comes to the music itself, the writing, the lyrics, no problem. And the with the right musicians throwing the instrumental to it, no problem. It's just all the technical stuff to actually get it out there, get it seen. That's the hair ripping out stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I feel that.
Yes.
So you're on different social media platforms, right? Like you're
Yeah.
on TikTok and all sorts of different social medias.
Yeah, I'm slacking on a couple. I need to get like the Twitter and the Tumblr and all that. But we got the TikTok and the Facebook and the Instagram and it's all under Corialice. It's all the same. There may be an extra E on the end because people trying to steal my name here, but yeah, well, I'm out there working on being better at all the posting, trying to stick to the algorithms. But man, does that take dedication? Oh,
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And because you are a female vocalist, is there any other females in your band with your musicians, or are you pretty much the only female in it?
Right now I'm the only female, but we're still missing a bassist, and we're actually thinking about adding a female violinist to the band, adding some strings. So we may have a chick involved, but right now I got male drummer and a male lead guitarist. And just because we're on the topic, I gotta say another very refreshing moment that had them over, came into my house, and it was professional the whole time. I swear, you don't see that often. You do not. And it just had kept the boyfriend around just in case, and didn't need to be on pictures. So there are some good ones out there so far.
Yeah.
Every other musician before them, not so much. But go on, yeah.
So you have help trying to produce your music before and stuff like that, and you've had managers in the past. What was one of the worst moments for that situation?
It was a solid 8 months of hell with that ex-producer. So the worst moment. You know, I'd say the most panicky gaslit moment was when I woke up to this man in my bed, in the spare room. This dude was just like, he was just like spooning me. Like after, like I had a boyfriend. He had been rejected on countless times. There's never been any reason for him. We don't even, not big on touch in general. And dude there, and then he was like, oh, you knew I was here. I'm like, I was fucking sleeping. And he's like, oh, you stirred. How many people out there stir or grumble or something in their sleep just naturally? That not because they felt or saw or heard something. They just make noises. The boyfriend yelled in the middle of his sleep last night. Like he got some unconscious assurance while already stepping over a boundary to continue to stay over that boundary. So that, and the look on his face, and the like, what's wrong with you? Why is this a problem? Why would this be a problem? You were awake. You made it seem okay. That every single time I voiced any kind of this is not okay, what you are doing in this moment is not okay. What? No, it's okay. It is okay. Like just you don't have a reason to feel that way. A modeling moment. We tried doing a photo shoot and trying on something, and he's like, try this on. I'm like, I don't know about that. He's like, no, try it on. I'm just saying I don't like it. He's like, no, come out and show me. I'm like, I don't like it. And he's like, no, come out and show me. Me, first producer, just trying to make the mark. I'm like, okay, I'll show you. Then I'm staying back, and he's like, okay, come here, trying to adjust it and touch. I'm like, okay, I'm getting changed. I'm gone, not doing this. So yeah, no, I know there's bad stories out there, but it was just like insane to me how much this man felt entitled to every little thing. And I wasn't the only one. After I called all this out, like a million, once I finally called it out and moved on, there was one girl reached out to me from Ohio that when he said he was in Puerto Rico, that he couldn't get me the $6,000 he owed me, or yeah, dude. Because he insisted to get $4,000 worth of extensions and hairs for photo shoots and music videos that never happened, that he was going to pay for it, and then randomly ditched me to pay for it and was like, oh, I'm definitely going to pay it back because apparently he's a millionaire. I don't know about all that, because then $6,000 would be chump change, and he'd say stuff like that while I'm covering the bill or the gas or the whatever. So yeah, it was just, that's why the song I referenced to you, Down the Hole, that part, it just like emphasizes that, like the line was made a mistake, think you're owed a break, that kind of thing. It was something like that, but where he thinks he just made a tiny error that I should be apologizing to him for being upset at all. That he's just messing up. He just loves me so much, and he just adores me so much. And no matter how much it was not wanted. Like, I don't have age issues, but this man was like 35 years older than me. He's in his 50s, and whoever you age is a number, but in that instance, no. Like, you should have just been able to respect the no. Like, I understand a stupid 25-year-old that hasn't learned enough life lessons, but at 53, you should know better. That was my biggest issue, like with the age thing, is that you should know. But I'm just rambling. Go on.
Well, that kind of shows that there is situations that always end up happening like that. And did you ever, like, after you were done with this manager, did you ever open up and say what all happened afterwards, like immediately afterwards, or did it take some time to kind of like really fully get everything together to tell the full story on what happened?
Well, it definitely took time because I was trying to get a lawsuit together because this man owed me money. He also had me as an assistant to a music video he was doing for someone else, did not get paid for that. So on an actual paying job, on top of other things that he owed me for buying things that he was supposed to cover, and on the sexual harassment and all the unfulfilled promises but we didn't have a contract. So there was so many lawyer calls and so many things, because as we talked about previously, I don't think we were on live yet, that it was kind of that, oh, you do this for me and I'll do that for you. And I thought I was caregiving for the dying man, not what he thought was, I'll get some action and I'll be your producer kind of thing that we referenced earlier. But sorry, I got a little sidetracked. What were we just saying?
About getting everything together your situation.
It took months, and I had to keep eating shit from that asshole because I didn't want him to know that I knew that, like, because for instance, he was trying to get me to sign a contract as soon as I can. Well, he just introduced me to this publicist that was his cousin, apparently. And the cousin, the female empowerment cousin, was like, he's trying to screw you. He's trying to take you for all your money and all your future money. And like, I read through that contract. Oh, yes, he was. And oh, yeah, no, like anything he put into my career, I had to pay him back on top of all this other things. It's just, I'm just paying him. No matter what I made, he's just making it all. Like, pretty much I've been like a Taylor Swift thing. I don't know much about her story, but I know that woman got screwed. So, yeah, like that. But I just remember I had my mother with me because I didn't let her get involved for the longest time. I'm an adult. And she's like, no, you just need a second pair of ears. And she worked with some like lawyers and stuff. She had some experience. So she sat there and I'm trying to bite my tongue because I need to hold all my cards. And she was putting them in place a little bit. I'm like, okay, we need to calm down there, honey. We got to still have some cards in our hands. But no, I actually, to this day, I still feel a fire in my gut because I never said anything to him. That it's all on TikTok. I got details about him stealing the car, about the sexual harassment, about all the crazy ass shit. I got 7 videos on there, I think. But that wasn't even skimming the surface. But I never told him. I never let him know that I knew you were manipulating me. I heard it. I saw it. I could feel it, that you constantly put me through the largest amount of stress, that like, because he thought that we were best friends and that I loved him and like this stuff, because I couldn't get him to focus on work if I didn't reassure him, yes, we're friends, you have someone in your world, can we just get back to the songs? Like, because I just met this man and he said he was dying in 6 months. So I was suddenly like, I have to both give you caregiving and music, and all my empathy shrinks as time goes on in life. But especially with that man, definitely changed me a bit. But I still think there might be a day that I might call or text or just do something there because I still feel that fire, but I want to leave it as my fuck you will be me being successful without you. That's good enough for me, and I hopefully it'll stay that way, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll send a fiery text. But I got all the evidence still in my phone on flash drives. If it ever comes up, if I ever get a lawsuit of you're bashing my name, oh, honey, you'll see. But that's one of the reasons I had to wait. I was worried that there might be he has more money than me. He might try to countersue that I'm bashing his name, but I have all the evidence elsewise and witnesses and so much. Yeah, the manager, because he was the producer, the manager tried to actually warn me, tried to tell me that it seems like there's something weird going on there. He didn't know for a while because he was 4 hours south in Miami. And like once stuff started getting like, he was like, yo, what's really going on there? And there just seemed to be so much drama and chaos back and forth that I just backed away from the whole scenario. But it seemed like the manager and the publicist, who was his family, both saw that dude was doing so many things wrong. Like he was trying to get me to break up with my boyfriend. I shouldn't have a boyfriend in the industry. And the publicist is like, that is batshit crazy. You are allowed to have a life while also being a musician. I'm like, yeah. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't, but I was new and I was just trying not to make too many waves. And at this point, let's fucking make a hurricane. I don't care.
Now, you said that there was one other person that had actually messaged you. Has there been any other, other than more than one person
Not so far. No, not so far. And that is because I don't think he's working with too many people at once. And she, within like a month of working with him, cut it down. She was like, you know what? No. Because she tried rejecting him a million times and he still was like, oh no, I just adore you and adore your music so much. And like doing all those, like trying to validate his inappropriate behavior by saying it's just because I like your music. No, that's bullshit. And yeah, and we couldn't have been more different in genre and sound and all of that we were definitely totally two different sides of the music board. But she was hot, so that's what mattered to him. And then she had some fire in her belly like from day one. She was in her like 30s or so she lived a little bit more life that I was like 9, I was like 20. I wasn't ready. But yeah, no, I when I saw those texts she sent me, I just was like so proud that someone shut him down in the moment. Just someone did. And since I enabled it for so long, trying to get just to finish what we were in the middle of, just to get past the crazy. And I just gave him too much of my time in the end. I got 2 songs out of it and 1 song that I can't even put out right now. And a couple songs that I have to completely rework now because I can't have them line up with his instrumental. I got to do a whole new thing. So it was a lot of start over, a lot of wasteful time. But I mean, that's the music business. That's the modeling business. That's the entertainment business, movies, acting, all of it. You waste so much time on assholes, and then hopefully you hit the jackpot with some good people along the way. But you keep that eagle eye sharp because it never stops, never does.
Now that you're signed to the BTMX family, how have you been treated and how have you been feeling? Have you been feeling more confident? And what are your opinions on the whole BTMX family on the way they help you and stuff like that?
It's beautiful. I get to have like full, and it's like some people, like some labels or names will say you have full control, but then they will push their opinions nonstop. That they will still be like, well, yeah, you can do that. Like, it's your freedom, but I really, really think you should do this. Like, that just would not work out. And they give you a whole speech that they're just trying to constantly push you in their direction of where you think they should be, while BTMX is trying to amp up the best factors of you. That it's like, what do you want to do? Like, I did a random doodle that I wasn't even sure could relate to my stuff well, but I really liked it. And it had one factor that might work. And he's like, we'll make it a sticker. We'll make it something. Like, and so they're just constantly working with us. I mean, I have like 2 songs out. I don't have much, like stuff's about to go down, but I don't have much to work with right now. And they're still going. They still I didn't have a Facebook. They set up the Facebook. And the respect, it's so nice working with females primarily. It seems that like every time we have a full video meeting, there's 2-3 men, but it's all the women. So that's definitely, you feel much more confident there. And I've also heard them tell horror stories of idiots who treated his models or musicians wrong in the industry, and they're like, we're not doing that. Like, they got horror stories and evidence to say that we've been there, done that, and we won't do it again. So it just, I feel confident that I won't ever like be put in a situation where I have to deal with idiots. Like if they sign me up for a show, interview, performance, whatever it is, if I'm dealing with an idiot, it's because he paid to be there. He bought the ticket, whatever it was, but it's not because of BTMX. Like my ex-producer, the show that I assisted, the music video that I assisted with, that guy sexually assaulted me. He like tried to attack me in the car. And the producer, Sam Fisher, said that he punched him or whatever it was. And I'm like, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I don't believe shit you're saying. I believe that I wanted to get a lawsuit going. You said your lawyers were going to handle it. And then this man like physically attacked me and got away with it. And he's a Christian rapper. A Christian rapper tried to attack me in a car. So, yeah, no, the fact that I just like, if I had to fly somewhere, because I have already told you, Jessica, that like if I'm flying, like if I need to fly somewhere, I can. I have flight benefits and I can show up anywhere, but I don't do that regularly because I don't trust people like that. I don't know enough people around, but the group that we have with BTMX, I would have no problem heading out to California, Ohio, where it is for a weekend or even for a day there and back, spending that money. I would feel secure that I can go there and not get in some weird situation. So it's different. Honestly, I did not expect to find it this early. This kind of label this early into my music. I did not expect it. It's very refreshing, very nice.
And that's what we like to do with the BTMX family, is we want people to feel safe and comfortable with what they're doing and not have to worry about, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens?
Yeah. Because I like to see the best in people. I like to do that. But, you know, the more you live life, the more you stray from that thought process. And, you know, it's also about who you surround yourself with. So the music business is insanely hard to surround yourself with good people that you just can't tell for so long. And majority of the time, you got some rough ones out there. So it's nice that like whenever, like it was like the first or second meeting I had with you guys, that you guys said BTMX family. I'm like, you know, I could see that actually happening. I could see this business actually seeing each other as family rather than all the other BS corporations saying we're a family, but I ain't gonna pay you overtime or shit. Like, you know, so I could believe it when I was hearing it. Yeah.
And that's what's good. And would you ever, because you know that, I mean, I'm modeling and everything else, and would you ever be interested in coming out to California and doing a photo shoot with me and possibly Queen Stoner?
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I've done some modeling, so I'm good with instruction, but I'm not a model for a reason. I will need the instruction. So, yeah. But definitely, guys, let me know a schedule, and I'll look at standby flights, see if I can catch an open seat and hop on over there. Yeah, well, you got my Facebook now, so we'll definitely go over details soon. Yeah, no problem.
Because believe that it would be an amazing because the Alice in Wonderland photos that you were wanting me and Queen Stoner to do, I feel like it would give us that boost and that energy, and that way you can see in person on the dedication and the time that we
Well, it
actually.
sounds like, so I don't even have to be in pictures. I just get to see it. Is that what it sounds like?
If you want to be in pictures, we
If
can
you
put
want me in pictures, I'll make it happen. But if you just want me to see it, oh, I'd love to see the process. Yeah.
I mean, we can do photos with you, as in me and Queen Stoner with you and stuff like that, and kind of do
Oh,
it more like a girls' day type vibe.
yes.
That way it's not so businessy, if that makes sense.
I love that. Yeah, definitely. Shoot, I've actually never made it to California. With all my traveling around, driving around, flying around, have not made it to California beyond a pit stop on the way to Oregon. So I would love to. Yeah. Almost moved out there, but here now we're in Athens. The cheaper LA, Athens, yeah. Oh,
Pretty expensive out in California.
yeah, if the music takes me there, I'll make it happen. I will work the 7 jobs if I need to be out there if the music needs it. But I think if the music needs it, I'll be getting paid enough and it'll be fine. We'll see. Oh, but I'd definitely love to explore, see the whole process, see the photo shoot on top of California, see the beaches. Florida beaches suck. They do.
Well, whenever everyone thinks of California, they think of the beaches.
Yeah. Are you even near the beach? Are you like 8 hours away?
Well, from the LA beach, I'm about 7-8 hours, but we have the San Francisco Bay Area, which is about 2 hours out.
Well, we might get too busy. Maybe that'll be in the future, but you know, if it works, it works. I don't even really. I'm not good with sun, anyways. So we can.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it nice.
Yeah, I mean, tans are slimming. They're beautiful on people, but I don't tan. I either red or slightly tan, and I just with the black and the. I already got fucked up hair. The pale skin works for me right now. I got to stick to it. I've tried tanning. It don't look right on me. It doesn't. Other people get that beautiful caramel, and I'm just like pasty. That's me.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. I mean, if I tan or anything, I kind of look on a darker complexion, and everyone thinks I'm a different race than what I am.
What are you?
I am Portuguese, German, Indian, and white.
Well, ain't that a cool mixture? Wow. That's cool. I keep putting the knee up, putting it back down because I don't want my knee in the picture, but this is what's happening.
But I like the whiter complexion because of the fact that what really, like, I'm more into the Elvira Morticia styles.
Yes, that's where I'm like, with the dark makeup, it works because I've been wanting to get a Morticia dress. I was this close 2 weeks ago to buying it. I need like 7, but the boyfriend upstairs tells me to wait, so I'm thinking that might be like a gift in the mail or something. We'll see. But
I believe that Mr. Edward knows how to he does all the cosplay stuff. He does like actual like the weapons and stuff like that, but he also does cosplay dresses. I actually have asked him to see if he can make me a dress. I just need to find a body tape measure because I thought I can use like an actual tape measure to do it, and my husband kind of looked at me weird.
if anything, get a string and then measure with the tape measure the string. That's what I did when I couldn't find my tape measure. But honestly, I'm gonna have to get more details about that man because if I still had my songbook, the ex-producer also stole my songbook of like 80 songs and so many sketches of album covers and possible outfits. So yeah, no, there was like 2 specific dresses that were doodled out that if I can remember them, I might have to pass them on to him. See if like maybe you guys I might just pass it on to you. So if you might want to do a modeling shoot and something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, does he like just does he do all like the merchandise with BTMX, or is it just more of the costume prop stuff?
Well, he does his the cosplay and the weaponry on his. It's a different business.
Oh, he doesn't have to do with BTMX. Okay.
And
Gotcha.
I've seen some of his weapons, and I'm blown away. I mean, I'm not that savvy to be able to do all that. I mean, I'd probably burn my finger off, but he's got really nice work. And now that I have got that idea with the string and everything, I'll probably be sending him a measurement of everything.
There we go. Yeah, if I'll have to get a social or something from you because I love me some swords. I would love to have 1,000,000 swords in my house. I love some medieval weapons, so I might have to check out some of that. Yeah, my house is kind of. I like to keep it very funky. That there's new things every time you come here, even if you come 1,000,000 times. So even if you see 1,000,000 things on my walls, it's not enough. It's not.
I mean, it's unique. It fits you. It's your comfort area.
Yes, I'm very caught up in my comfort area. Very caught up in it being how I want it. And it always just makes easier videos too. Like, I got a cute background for this. Or I took some band shots yesterday and they look pretty dope with this as a background because we've only been here for 2 months and I immediately started painting. I had no chill. I just went right into it. Oh.
They just move the boxes where they need to be, paint the rooms, and then once the paint's dry, just unpack everything.
Everything was unpacked within 2 days. We got in at 2 a.m. and took out the mattress at 2 a.m. in the rain. Like just like everything was I am a high maintenance person that like I come off very mellow on here because when I take it down a little bit of the green, I can actually focus and I can listen without interrupting and all that. But if I'm too sober, I'm a little bit of a crackhead. I'm all over the place. I got to do 1,000,000 things. I just need to be productive. So the herbal keeps me at normal human level. So.
I like that.
Yeah.
So on your music, with everything going on, are you going to have any like newer stuff or newer stuff on the way?
Yeah, with Down the Hole is one song I referenced that it's ready, but just got some royalty issues that the ex-producer still has too much credit going towards him that I need to get that sorted, and BTMX is helping me with that. So once that is sorted, Down the Hole will be out, and that is my creepy, eerie Alice one. And then honestly, like there's potential for 2 to be out right now, but one in particular I see is called Don't Ask Me to Pray. And that's what we worked on yesterday at band practice, where I did not expect us to come up with the full instrumental to that thing within 15 minutes. So now it's just a matter of perfecting it and getting it recorded. I think I got a pretty good band set up that now that practices have begun, it should not be too long. It really shouldn't be. We're just missing bass, and that is so easy to plug in with all the keyboards and beat pads. Yeah. So Down the Hole should be the first one, but you might see Don't Ask Me to Pray sneak out first just because of the royalty issues.
Now, have you ever thought about doing any collabs with anyone, or?
That's where I said that there's possibly 2, because I'm collabing with someone, but they aren't really that good at response time. That they were supposed to be visiting here for a weekend a few weeks ago, a week ago, right now, in a couple weeks. Like the date just keeps getting pushed, and I mean, we have another song that we've been working on for 3 years, just because we don't really. He doesn't really have much time, or at least he's more dedicated to his stuff. Maybe I don't know. Once if I pay him, then he'll get it done. But with the collaboration, it's called "Off with His Head," and I love it. I love the song. It's like it almost has like kind of like a dominatrix evil vibe to it a little bit. Like I love it so much, and it needs to come out. The fucking chorus, just I know any crowd, even if they never heard the song before, by the time the second chorus hits, they'll be screaming along to it. Definitely. I need that man to pull through, but I think the band might just start working on it. I think I'm gonna ask. His name's Malik, or Cyanosphere if you see him on YouTube. But I think I'm gonna ask him if he made any more room, any more like progress in it, send it my way. Then we're gonna take off with it from here because he gives me all control of the songs we work together. I make sure all the way through, like, what kind of royalty split we're doing, but we haven't actually finished a song together, so that's why it hasn't been an issue yet. That he hasn't really been fully involved yet to get it done. But he's a wicked talented man. He just doesn't. I don't think he focuses. He's very esoteric. Like he's last like projects he's had is like the heavy metal version of like the Fairly Odd Parents theme song and stuff. And it's like it's cool to like watch once. It's fucking cool. He's so fucking talented. But I don't think that many people are going to be jamming to those theme songs on the regular. Like he just got to show it off in the right way. I don't know. He's working on originals, so hopefully he'll put a little more time for this Off of His Head. I'll look into it once we get off this because that one, it's good. It's good. And it brings in the Wonderland vibe. I'm Corialice here. So I gotta at least pull some of those out. But there's also another one. I don't want to spit too much out because we don't know how long everything's gonna take. But there's another one. The title isn't sure yet whether it's Spark or Whirlwind. I don't know. But we start working on it at practice, and I got the instrumental for it. I got the vocals for it. Just needs to be recorded too. So things are moving.
Yeah, things are going now. Is there anything you wanted to close the show with, on anything you wanted to say to everyone out in the fan wise?
Well, go check out my shit. Let me serenade you until your ears fucking bleed. And yeah, that's it. I'm good.
All right, that is it for today's show on the Valkyrie Show. And we'll be tuning in next Tuesday. And it was a nice show, and have a great day.
Howdy.